Hello there and welcome to Alnahudy Central. This is the first video from the channel. It's a 00 gauge, modern era DCC layout, or at least that's what I hope it will be when I've built it. But first things first, there's two things we need to address. One, I need to tidy this place up. And second, let's get a cup of tea. Be right back. Ta-da! Now that is much better. So, firstly, apologies really. I've managed to get a cold over this Christmas period. The room is roughly around 13 by 17.5 foot. And each baseboard circumference is the room and is around 3 foot in width. I wanted 3 foot because that gives me the optimum really amount of play that I can do. The 4 foot was just too bit wide, and 2 foot I thought I couldn't really fit everything that I wanted to, so I've gone for 3 foot, which seems to work. The framework, which goes all the way around, is 9mm ply. I've gone for the external waterproof stuff because I was thinking that with all the PVA you're going to put down, I don't want it to warp or anything like that. Most of the legs are 2x2 pieces of wood. It's a framework construction. There's the odd 3x2, but the majority is 2x2. It's quite sturdy, it's all level, which is the main thing. And we'll go in for a closer look. So this bit here is a little swing construction that I've built. Again, it's 9mm ply. However, I have tried to incorporate so that we can get into the actual room while still having a full loop going around. I don't know how I'm going to wire it up yet. None of it's wired, but a bus wire will be installed. I'm thinking of terminating it here, so that it'll start here, go all the way around, finishing there, and also having a splitter here and finishing over there. Whether that works or not, I don't know, but I've been told and reading up, you're not supposed to have a continuous loop anyway, so you're supposed to have a break, so that might work out quite well. But that's just simply a swing, right, it locks into place. So looking at the lift out section, again, as I said before with the swing section, the lift out section is going to terminate here, the wiring that is, and all the lift out section is basically on hinges. Again, it's completely level playing field, and simply that allows me to get inside the actual layout. As you can see, it lifts up. The board is around 2 foot and it allows people to get inside the layout when it's not in use. I'm going to have to do some reading up on how to actually connect the track, and making sure that obviously the track, if you say for example that's on the lift out section and that is on the fixed section, to make sure that it aligns all the time when the lift out section is up and down and up and down. So what I've tried to do is, I don't know if you can see, if I bring it slightly closer, it's just here, there's some noggins which go into these holes here. So that way, and combined with these clips to lock it into place, and the clips here, that will hopefully mean that I can always try and get it in the same position. That's the plan anyway. So as I take you around the room, most of the boards are 3 foot, as I said before. We've got shelving, got all the shelving. We've got a raised section with a ramp going up. And as I said, all the boards are 3 foot. Just been experimenting with some rock moulds from Woodland Scenics. Pans round to the room. We've got a lower section where I'm currently building a Wills kit. Viaduct. Now there's about 3 or 4 in here. You only get 2 arches. 3 arches, sorry, and 2 pillars. Now there's about 3 or 4, and I've still have to yet to finish that. And in front of it there'll be a girder bridge or something like that. But here I envisage some kind of water scene, maybe a river coming through. Panning round. Again, they're all 3 foot, 9mm ply, except for this middle section, which is in fact the only 8x4 sheet that's in here. So as you can see, there's my desk. Let me just detach the camera from the tripod. I don't know if you can see, but obviously it's a modular frame, so that way the bus wire can simply attach onto there. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that there won't be any points above where the framework is. I can guarantee my luck will be that there's points above the framework. Section is going to be all the way around as well. Now I'm thinking of taking the dropper wires from the upper section down through the main baseboard, but I'm still open to ideas there. The main station is going to be here, so that's going to give me, I'm hoping, this is only a mock-up at the moment, but I'm hoping maybe 4 or 5 lines, maybe a terminus with like a concourse area. So I'm experimenting with that at the moment. And what I'm also toying with is, if you see this section there, currently where there are shelves and tit-tat and material, cardboard that I'm trying to save up, I'm thinking of maybe doing a branch line there. So I've got the ply in the garage. Whether or not I do that, I'm thinking I might. There is one thing I might try, which is have a lower section. I'm thinking maybe over there, in the actual corner, maybe to have a ramp going down, so that I've got a little fiddle yard, so that I don't have to take the trains off the track all the time. I've seen it on numerous YouTube videos, following people like Everard Junction, Dave Class 47 with his Dean Park Station. 2 great YouTube channels who I follow avidly, who I'm getting a lot of inspiration for, really. They've both got fiddle yards, maybe on the surface or actually below. I'm thinking of maybe doing that myself, mainly because I don't want to be taking off the trains all the time, and if I can bring them up when I want to, I think that'll be a better solution than having to take the trains off, package them up, put them back on the track, and go from there, really. As you can see, there's plenty of storage room underneath. I've got plenty of drawers. I'm also an avid collector of rubbish, as my wife likes to call it, but I can see a value in it. I've got a good friend who does wargaming, so he's given me advice and given me lots of stuff. Here, my ever-increasing collection of Hornby magazines, or British Railway Modelling, or Model Rail, sometimes Railway Modeller, but I find with Railway Modeller there's not much modern stuff. It's all period and vintage stuff, whereas I'm trying to model more modern era. At the very earliest it would be 1990s, 2000s, 2010s, up to the present. So I find the Railway Modeller really, it doesn't really cater for that. It's more period stuff, but when there is modern articles inside, I do buy it. I like to try and stay organised as well, so I've got drawers there, drawers here, drawers there, and there's stuff inside, like I shall show you now. So in there is all the die-cast, Oxford die-cast cars, people. And this one, we've got some seafoam, and we've got some scatter materials. That'll go back in. No, it won't. What have we got here? We've got plastic kits, building. Scanning over here, we've got some all loose rolling stock. So stuff I've bought off eBay and stuff like that. My hope is to transfer everything to DCC. So if there is something that's DC, I'll try and convert it. That one doesn't want to come out. Again, modelling stuff. And this one is mostly craft stuff, scratch building. So we've got numerous amounts of card, plastic, rodding, sheeting. We've got electronics in there, so lights at there. And at the bottom, all the airbrush kit. And over here, behind the door, is rolling stock that I've bought. So most of it, well, all of it in boxes. I try to like to keep the boxes. So stuff here that my wife knows about and stuff that my wife doesn't know about. If she's watching this, I'm dead. But all of this is a modern era. A mixture of Bachmann, Hornbury, Dapol. I have ordered the the new Dapol 68, the second edition. However, my wife has quickly taken it off me to wrap it up as a Christmas present. So I haven't actually got it out of the box yet. Again, all the craft stuff, paint, wiring, and it'll be here. I hope to maybe incorporate a branch line, mainly because I've got a country station here, which I think would go well with the branch line, whereas my main station over there I'm hoping will be a modern station, so a modern building. I have been looking at the Skelsines and the Metcalfe mainline stations and stuff like that, but I want to really shy away from card because I think the plastic will give you more relief and be a bit more realistic with the weathering. I know you can achieve great stuff with the card models, and Metcalfe, you can't really knock them, and they're cheap as well, but I want something a bit of a wow factor for my main station. So that's why I'm thinking a modern station there and possibly the country station here. So all the track, well, the majority of the track I should say, is Pico. Most of it's flexi track, so it's code 100 and it's the wooden rail. And I find Pico, I really quite like the Pico because really it's well made, it's made in Britain. Whereas I find the Hornby stuff now is coming from China. So it's quite well made. And it's easy access, available from all major stockists. So I've got some points here as well. This piece over here, scenery and track, now that's what I'm going to call my programming track. So there's a bit of a platform here, rail, and obviously I can put my locos on there and program them in with the DCC coder. So that's it really guys for the first video. It's just a basic layout tour. There's no wiring at the moment, so there's no track down or anything like that. There's no scenery. But what I have got is a haul from Hatton's. So let's just see what we've got. Now you may see some of these are slightly bent. You can see. Now, I had a bit of a accident with some plastic solvent weld and it spilt all over it. Now these are very good. It's from Wills, I think it is. Yeah, Wills are very good even. And it's slightly bent. I think they're recoverable. I think I can sort that out. So we've got some very good. These are made. Everything in this box is basically for the lower section, which is behind you. So trying to make up the bridge. I want to try and scratch build the bridge. Whereas I've got the Wills kit behind on the Viaduct on this forward bridge, I'm going to scratch build it, so it's going to be made up of mostly girders and stuff like that. So everything in the box really relates to that construction. So we've got some vary girders, more vary girders. I picked this up for £1 from my local model railway shop, which is Rutherland Models, and for £1 I thought I couldn't leave it there. More vary girders. Got some Wills Modern palisade fencing, I think it's called, security fencing. I've got another one of them. I've already got one in the drawers, but I want to extend that throughout the station, so I bought another one of these. More security fencing. We've got some Wills material packs. More vary girders, more vary girders, more vary girders, and some Humbrol dark brown. And what I intend to do with this is spray some of the seafoam in a dark brown colour, and try and make some trees. Now I've seen some great videos, not necessarily on model railway YouTubers, but stuff like Luke Towan or Luke APS, Fiddle Pull Paint Service, or the Terrain Tutor. They do some great videos on making trees and scenery in general, really. It's not just wargaming, because they focus really on that, but you can incorporate the stuff that the wargamers do into the model railway and vice versa. So hopefully that's what I'm going to achieve. So that draws to an end, really, in this video. So I'll just do a quick circle tour of the layout. And that's it, guys. So if you want to see some more videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you soon.